See, when you are driving and the wheel, the loose, it should not be too loose or too tight. The same way is the life that the topic you told that to be careful does not mean to be fearful all the time. And that's why where we take too much fears, too much stress in our body and mind, and even don't know. The same way, the dreams, what you call nightmares, these are all storage in our body and mind. And then, of course, one cannot living. One miss the living. And then, naturally, people run after pleasures. Pleasures, what that means, normal state is full of full, full of stress and fear. And then the more you seek, and then it's like forgetfulness. So life has become full of fear and pain. And of course, ha ha, hoo hoo, and befooling each other with the fancy words. But inside the physiology, the body is loaded with a lot of stress, and behind that is the little mind, little brain, which is also loaded, all the files in the brain loaded with anxiety, fear, control, and the reactions from neighbors, relatives, past, all the storage is there. And outside, of course, you can change the clothing, you go on line, or you go on shopping. So, what is the bottom line? Not watching our own movie of our life, but just get again forgetfulness, buy a ticket, go into the movie theater. Whom we are befooling ourselves. That's what all the seers they say. There cannot be a bigger movie than this, than this. This is life. This is life. Live this life is so precious, so beloved, so precious, but you miss it. Only don't see anyone you meet or you know or you don't know. Don't meet eye to eye. There is no smile and cheer from the heart. Maybe fake likes, fake. Why? Because inside is fake. Always wanting something from somebody, expecting somebody from somebody. This is the result of self centered neurosis. What can I get? What can I get? What can I do? Remember, this doing and thinking machine is you're riding a dream bus. This is appearing and disappearing, and you will disappear when you are this rented house, the body, you call the body. You rented it. It's gone. Why? Because it is temporary. Temporary in the sense that dream longer dream, because real reality which want to live through this never got in contact with its own reality. Of course, for some time in the childhood, this is alive. The eternal spirit is vibrant. But then you get separate from it.
So how can we recapture? Is it possible to recapture?
No, recapture, yeah, recapture is uh, recognizing, examining the the nature of our separation, this contraction of me. Me is the name and form. Name and form. Anybody says, Natalie, you think this is Natalie. This is Natalie. Name and form, prison. You can use that identification. This your when you are infinite consciousness in the childhoodness, the name and form is not self-centered, is there, the body and vehicle. That's the only difference, the balance. Like you use your car, house, things as a object, as they have a boundary, but you are alive. Alive means infinite consciousness. If you if you if you get identified to the little elements and things, then you are a big fool, because you have sold your infinite consciousness at the price of a little self centered, illusory body and mind. Body mind can be divine when it is not attached. That's why love is love when it is free. The moment it gets boundaries and conditionings and control, this become illusory. And the same pleasure become painful. That's why the same beautiful friendship, love, lot of people become painful and enemy of each other because they don't give the space to each other. Even the children don't like, they want to go to their children's or friendly home because they're more free space. So it's all about time and the thinking. Thinking means the brain and time use it as a utility, but don't become entangled into it. That's what happens with the media, movie stars. They only become a false identification. And when their value is gone, nobody even look at them. Nobody even want to look. Why? Because there are new ones coming. New ones coming. Like new model of the car coming, no one is looking at the old box. So, but who is new? What is new? That is the consciousness which is new. Because it's renewing, it's look the okay. We can understand it. The ocean is beautiful. You go to the beach, it's, you see the times, morning, does it go to sleep?
No,
The ocean.
no.
So it's beyond the time, but it's beautiful. And it has even small tides, bigger tides, but deep down there is no change. So use that, there is no opposite. There is no opposite. This is the way of understanding the life, not achieving. The peace is understanding. For example, one understanding of the garden is, oh, you remove the leaves, you remove the old leaves, remove that, and you cut this, you cut that. Okay, the other people, if you analyze 100 people, 50 will say, oh, it was before better. It's not now. The other will say opposite. So, but if you ask Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching, he will say, bring back the, the dried leaves you took away, you put them back in the root. This will become the soil. Accepting the wholeness of life. Understanding, not splitting, splitting the life, splitting the life into good, bad, right, wrong, good, bad, and then you are into just a working machine all the time, not really living. And soon you discover that you collected few coins to for what? For survival. That's all. And you did not live it. So the biggest friend is your brain, and the biggest enemy is your brain, the mind, the ego. Why? Because it doesn't need to hide, it's already hidden in the skull. So, what can be a bigger? If mind good as a servant, then it's beautiful. Then out of fear, you're not looking for God, but God lives through you because you are no more translating the words of fears and anxiety and stress, decorated words, the language, the words. Remember, so-called enlightenment is not reading lot of books and scriptures because it has nothing to do with the scripture, it has nothing to do with the words. It's not in that level. When you are hungry and you are reading 100 books or 1,000 books, does it matter?
Doesn't feed you to read the cookbook.
Huh?
When you read the cookbook, you're not feeding yourself.
Yeah. That's why people are attracted to cats and dogs because everything is there in the houses you see, but trust is broken. Why? Because they themselves are broken. All they perpetuate mechanism. One desire born, 10 are born. One is filled up. Now what is this? This is a child which is does not stop demands, and that is physiology, body, mind. Body, mind are two sides of the same coin. The people who think they are clever, yes, they can be clever. There are many countries who are inventing clever weapons, killing machines, but whom they are befooling? The survival, the security, the body. You lived days, you worked hard, but you did not, you missed the boat. You did not live. You lived only 8 hours out of 80 hours. So who is a bigger fool? Therefore, you are riding a dream bus. Step out of it. That's what enlightened people talk, that you can keep on rubbing the two stones, 1 year, 10 year, 20 year, is the same stone. You cannot make the mirror out of it. Why? It's a dimensional difference. Dimensional difference from self centered foolishness to wholeness. And wholeness cannot be tasted unless you are in the prison of this constant. You are not going anywhere. You are in a circle of time. You are stuck in it. And you invent different technique, different methods, all bound by time. Your mind asks, your brain asks, how do I get? How do I get? You create it. There is no how, because it's not made up of time, of the time. You are in the dream bus. How do I go there? How do I? Unless your mama put a cold water, you wake up. What that mean? You dimensional difference coming out of the dream bus is very sweet. Suppose your own child, friend, sister, husband, anybody cannot analyze or see what you are going through in the dream. And that's where the enlightened one talk about the karma, means nobody else. You called it, You invited it, you put on the online delivery order, and that's in front of you. So you are stuck into the cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. No matter how much you do the rubbing, so precious, so beloved, you keep on missing it. And that's what love one the mind is seeking, because the moment it get no mind, and then no things are needed. Just like a baby, 5 year, 10 year, you you bribe them with the gold car, silver car. None of those things impresses them as their ageness, this ageness. But if I am already screwed up in the brain and worries, I cannot this, this, this ageness, ISNE, ageness, which is what what how you define ageness.
Maybe that it's life without mental
Without the
questioning.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it cannot be described. It cannot be described. No matter how many words you throw at it.
So maybe that's why people drink, is to get rid of that.
No, that is just that's just forgetfulness. That is just forgetfulness means illusion, means you are walking away from the situation, but then it comes back with the interest. That's not the solution.
No, I'm not saying it is, but I think
Yeah,
maybe
that
that's
is
the
just
attraction.
yeah, that is just forgetfulness. Forgetfulness means uh, it's too simple understanding that you cannot even understand it. it's, 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 it's so simple. How simple it can be. Not that you can word it and try to calculate it. No. Like a organic carrot. How you make a non-organic carrot into an organic carrot.
You can't.
The wholeness is there. Wholeness is with it. Wholeness. That's how powerful and unique you are. This body mind mechanism. And there is no need to mess up because you yourself is the love. Yourself is the love. But then a horn is born as a brain and then keep on honking all the time till it dies. Till it dies means body mind mechanism is the dream is gone. But it says, oh, you missed the boat. Why? Because this body mind can be divine or You miss it with pleasure, pain, pleasure, pain. These are two words invented by your own brain. This is the same, only two sides. Why? Because the beautiful, delicious rasmalai you're eating is very nice and it becomes the poison. You keep on, keep on, keep on, it will become poison and will take you to hospital and finish you. That's why our inventions, our brain has invented not five kinds of sweet, 50 kinds, 500 kinds. You go Japan, you go different kind of sweets, you kind all varieties of poison. And one is not addicted to those if inside sweetness is born, which is in the babyhoodness, childhoodness is there. Is there means sweeter than the sweetest. No words can define. That's why when you bow down to the Mahaguru, Sadguru, Ramana Maharishi, you don't see the body, you don't see the hair, you don't see the skin color. You see the divinity descending through this body mind. And it is intact. Intact means the money comes and goes, things come and go, they are only witnessing. Witnessing means observing without the observer. Just observing. Without otherwise the mind always say, this is for me, this is not for me. All the time. It's in the courthouse all the time. In the day and the night. What are you doing? Only fighting, 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 fighting. Mind, mind, brain, brain, and obviously it gets stressed out. But when there is no fear to survive, and you live at easiness, start living life a different kind, which cannot be bought and sold, which cannot be explained with the words. You live it or you miss it. Om Shanti. Always free of cost and always free of time and here and now. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Love and peace to all.